We can't go on like this. Alvin is in need of medical attention.
Those lesser spirits were so beautiful.
I've never seen one before until now.
I've encountered some during my time, but not the numbers we just witnessed.
Then you're just like us.
Indeed I am.
Rowan, thank you for taking my hand when we jumped.
You needn't thank me at all. I merely did what I'd do for any of my friends.
That's right, we're friends.
Yay! I never thought we'd make friends with someone much older.
You're very good with children.
No, not at all. I just know how to treat a lady.
And such a charmer as well.
I do get that a lot.
I bet you do.
I'm sorry we put you in danger again.
It's okay.
You don't need to say that. We're friends now.
Are you sure? Even I get freaked out traveling with Mila sometimes.
You and me both. Hey, Elise, I bet we can find someplace nice and quiet for you to live around here. You'd be away from all this danger.
But I don't want to leave.
This is out of the blue. You got a line on someone who'd be willing to take her?
Well, not yet.
Don't go making promises you can't keep.
So what's the plan, kid?
I'll figure something out. I promised Mila I would.
For Mila, huh?
Don't worry about me. Someone get these people to a hospital.
Yes, sir!
The doctors say all of the captured citizens will recover.
You have my deepest gratitude, everyone.
Mine too. I can't thank you enough.
I'm just glad everyone is okay.
Well then, we should be going.
Already? What's the rush?
We'll have to pass through Fort Gandala from here.
Fort Gandala. Then your destination must be Fenmont.
Yes, I have unfinished business there.
How do you plan to pass through the fortress?
We'll just have to fight our way through.
Not the easiest of plans. I shall send men to infiltrate the base. They will facilitate your passage.
You sure you should be helping us? We are being chased by the military after all.
House Cheryl has never been particularly loyal to Noctigal. In fact, I just issued a formal complaint with the military and ordered their troops to withdraw.
In other words, you're pretty much on the verge of war.
Then we should take him up on his offer. It's certainly more appealing than a suicide charge.
I see. Very well. We accept your offer.
Excellent. After what you've done for my people, it is the least I can do. It will take some time to put the pieces in place, however. In the meantime, please, make yourselves at home. Rowan, please remain with our guests. Make certain they want for nothing.
As you wish, sir.
Thank you.
Wah, hooray! Sleepover party with Dressel!
You got it.
You all must be tired. I will have rooms readied. Speak with me when you wish to retire.
Thank you, and sorry for being a burden.
I brought what you asked for.
Now show us the cute pink thing.
This barely qualifies you as a pinkest amateur. Your next task is to bring us a peach elephant tusk.
A peach elephant tusk?
That sounds cute, but dangerous.
Giving up so soon? Well, that's up to you. The way of the pinkest is not for the faint of heart.
It's super not.
This is proving more difficult than I had anticipated.
You can do it, Elise.
Okay, I'll look for a peach elephant tusk.
Wow. The scale of the spirit arts that must be required to keep this many windmills spinning boggles the mind.
As a servant of House Cheryl, may I ask what your business is here?
Oh, certainly. Forgive my intrusion. I was just observing the spirit arts that you use to turn the windmills.
Turn the windmills? What is he talking about?
I think I'll let Professor Jude field this one.
Well, the wind that makes Cherylton's windmills turn comes from channeling spirits. The spirit arts are cast in a way that amplifies wind flow throughout the entire city, and the enhanced wind power is funneled toward the windmills that need it.
Remember, kids, this will be on the final.
Fascinating.
Wow, you really know your stuff. Hey, I don't suppose you'd be willing to help me with my research.
What are you looking into?
I'm studying spirit climb changes and how they're affected by spirit art usage. My plan is to gather data from Cherylton with its heavy usage of spirit arts and compare that to data from Burmia Gorge, which has high levels of spirit climb variability.
That's an interesting idea.
I'm pretty interested myself. I say we help out.
Very well.
Great. Okay then, could you use this spirit climb examination art at Burmia Gorge's highest point? This research could significantly impact the future of Riza Maxia. I appreciate your help with it.
Do you think this is a good enough spot to use that spirit climb examination art?
Sure. Looks good to me.
It seems ideal, in fact. Here, allow me.
What, that was it?
Correct. All the art does is summon lesser Earth spirits to record changes in the surrounding spirit climb.
It sounds like it could take a while before it's done.
So it's both boring and time-consuming.
That's just how science is.
That's not the stirring denial I expected from our honor student.
Whatever.
The spirits have done their job. Let's go back to Cherylton.
We should report back to the naturalist in Cherylton.
It doesn't seem to be operational anymore.
You know, these devices look a lot like the ones we saw in the Laforte Research Center.
Yes, they absorb mana and transfer it elsewhere. Definitely a similar design. They must have been trying to create something by mixing human mana with lesser spirits.
You mean like that butterfly atrocity?
No, I suspect that was a side effect of a failed creation. Most likely, the lesser spirits they were using went out of control when we intervened.
It's frightful to think that such a powerful monster could be an accidental result of a failed experiment.
Wow.
What is it, Elise?
I just can't believe we all jumped from such a great height.
We could have died!
That's very true.
Hey, you're the one who suggested we all ride down here on your channeling circle. I mean, you knew it was going to be okay, right?
I wouldn't say new, exactly. I do recall having some concerns about the weight.
So you staked our lives on a hunch?
Suddenly, I'm more scared now than I was back then.
What's the problem? It did work.
Indeed it did.
You two scare me more than this machinery does.
Me too. We used the art in Burmia Gorge, just like you asked.
Wonderful, thank you. Now I can document the connections between my Sheralton data and your Burmia Gorge data.
You know, I find it pretty hard to imagine that human spirit arts could affect a spirit climb that much.
I used to think so too, but Burmia Gorge's spirit climb changed dramatically right after these windmills were built. Some scientists even believe that Fenmont's expanding night climb may be connected to its urbanization as well.
Wow, I had no idea.
It's only a hypothesis, but it's worth gathering data to investigate.
I agree. It would be great to learn how spirit climbs change.
Jude has a real affinity for learning, doesn't he?
Yes, I imagine that was his true calling.
Shh. Whoever heard of a kid who actually likes studying?
I'm glad I was able to help you with your research.
You were an enormous help. If I find out anything interesting, I'll let you know.
You must be exhausted. Allow me to see you to your chambers.
You have my gratitude, Rowan. I learned more than I thought I would. Alvin is a fine instructor when it comes to swordsmanship, but I haven't had any opportunities to study spirit arts.
Happy to help. Although I suspect I taught little that you didn't already know.
I'd never used techniques to control spirits before. I always did it by feel.
You're that skilled despite a lack of formal instruction. Impressive indeed.
I hope we might practice together again sometime.
Nothing would please this old man more.
Is that Jude?
He is no doubt thinking of Miss Elise. She is a great source of concern for him. I saw it all over his face when he was looking at her earlier.
He's caught in his own vicious cycle. He feels compelled to help people, but then he can't stop worrying once he gets involved. He's just so human. Hey.
Allow me to handle this. You do not wish to retire, young master?
Not yet. I need some air.
You seem burdened. Perhaps I could offer some counsel.
Maybe. It's kind of personal.
Is it about Miss Elise, perhaps?
Huh? Yeah.
My young mistress was kind enough to recount how Miss Elise came to accompany you on your journey.
Elise told Drissel about it? She's my responsibility. She has nothing to do with Mila's mission. I don't want to get her involved any more than she already is. Rowan, would the Sherrills be willing to take in Elise? She and Drissel get along so well, and you and Klein have been so nice to her.
The girl is little more than a stranger to you, and yet she weighs heavily on your mind.
Everyone teases me for being a do-gooding honors student, and maybe they're right. I just can't let things like this go.
Indeed. Please leave everything to me. I will discuss this matter with Lord Klein and Lady Drissel personally. Now you should rest. You need not add sleep deprivation to your list of burdens.
Thanks. Good night.
But of course, good night.
They were trying to create a new key. I may not have much time left.
As we suspected, he was doting over Miss Elise. He would like my master to take her in.
I see. Despite his failings, Jude takes his responsibility seriously.
Yes, he is a most clever boy.
That he is.
I still haven't heard from my people at Fort Gun. I imagine you're growing impatient. Would you like me to dispatch Rowan to check on the preparations? Very well. I will send him at once. I'm counting on you, Rowan.
I will not let you down.
How long until you return?
Let's see. It should take me no less than a day to get to and from on horseback.
Oh, I suppose that means we'll have to bid farewell to our new friends tomorrow.
Looks that way, if everything's on track.
That settles it. Today, Ellie, Mila, and I are going shopping.
Shopping? For real? Hooray!
Time's a-wasting. Let's go!
Wait, where are we going?
I promised to take Ellie shopping, silly. If you're leaving tomorrow, today's our only chance.
Ah, very well. You two carry on with your consumerism.
Everyone, to the shops!
To the shops!
Wait, put me down. I have no need for trinkets.
It's not gonna kill you to tag along.
Yeah, you might actually enjoy acting like a human girl for once.
A human girl? Strictly speaking, the concept of gender does not apply to me. I merely took the form of a woman upon manifesting in this realm.
I can no longer obey the king. He uses his own people as pawns. It's time to stand against these tyrants. It's the only way to protect this precious piece of ours.
Are you going to rebel?
Is there going to be a war?
I'm certain Noctigal has consolidated his power for an invasion on Azul. He has already shown that he's willing to sacrifice his own people to satisfy his ambition. If he isn't stopped, countless lives in Rashigal and Azul will be lost all for naught. I am the governor, and protecting the people who live here is something that I must do.
That's not easy.
You're right, but I'm responsible. Now, will you lend me your aid?
But, well,
Deposing Noctigal is in everyone's best interest. We must unite for this cause.
Master! Klein!
Damn it.
Heal him, quickly!
Right.
Right, I've made up my mind. Ellie, this is for you.
Wow! That's not cheap. Just how much money do you have, Drissel?
Now, don't be rude, Tipo. Thank you. My pleasure.
Hmm?
You like that pendant, Mila?
No, it's just similar to something I already have.
It's just a boring glass ball.
It is very pretty, though. Why do you have that?
It was given to me long ago, by a human child.
And you've carried it ever since? What if you dropped it? That would be a dreadful shame.
I would be happy to make it into a pendant like this one.
Good idea. Let's do it.
This arrow is... No, Jude, please, you mustn't give up now.
Rowan, you can't expect miracles. We know that the wound is mortal. It's up to you to look after the country now.
But I know that I'm not up to the task. It's impossible.
You of all people can do it. I know that you can.
Master, no. Don't go.
Lord Klein!
Please continue with your report.
Yes, sir! The Rashigal army has invaded the town. Our troops are engaged throughout the city.
Things just went from bad to worse.
Mila and the others are out there.
Very well. We must protect Lady Dressel at all costs. Master, please forgive me for having to leave your side. We must defend the manor.
Yes, sir!
Let's go!
This is quite pleasing to the eye. Thank you.
Ah! Stop, please!
Resist, and we will show no mercy.
What is the meaning of this? Cease your attack this instant! The governor himself has ordered all Rashigal troops to leave the city.
And you are?
A member of House Cheryl.
Foolish girl.
I'm under orders from the king to wipe out any and all rebellious elements. You will come quietly, or else.
What?
Take them into custody. House Cheryl is conspiring to rebel against the throne.
I don't like the sound of this. Let's run!
The doll is right. We must escape before we're surrounded. Something major is at play here. Stick with me, you two.
Okay.
Well, who do we have here? Don't just stand there. Take her!
I'll do my best! I'm ready! Burn!
Rolling assault!
No!
Is it over? You got them, yes? Arrest them all!
Look! Lady Dressel!
Let's clear out these goons.
No, it will take too long and waste our energy. Stand down this instant! What point is there in fighting after you've completed your mission? Or are you mere savages who take delight in the suffering of your countrymen? Let us return to the manor.
Right.
Everything okay?
Yes, I have made arrangements for Lord Klein's funeral, although the ceremony will be brief.
How could this have happened?
The arrow that took my master's life was of a unique design, one used only by Noctigal's personal guard. And considering the timing of the army's invasion, it's obvious this was all a plot by Noctigal. The assassination allowed him to seize complete control of Roshagal.
Noctigal does think big.
I wonder where they took Mila and the others.
Fort Gandala, most likely. A single division of troops couldn't possibly attack multiple cities in a short time. It's reasonable to assume that Sapstrath Sea Haven remains safe and under Cheryl control. Thus, our attackers must have been ordered to return to Fenmont. And Fort Gandala is the only place equipped to house troops between here and there.
Good thinking. Makes sense to me.
We have to save them.
I like your moxie, kid, but we're talking about a fortress here. It's not like we can storm the walls.
On the contrary, we do need to rush. Tonight may be our only chance. The morale among those troops was visibly low, and now they've been forced to march home after battle with no rest. They'll be at their weakest. And don't forget we have a trump card ready and waiting.
That's right. The men we sent to infiltrate the fortress.
We should depart at once.
A butler, huh? Who is this old man exactly?